Okay, I'm back. Probably.
Yeah, sorry, I was on the. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you. Okay, so we will move on to the next exercise. So, okay, I will share the snippet of code like if you, okay, there is a something called, okay, 1 second. So you might have heard of something called like ng if directive, right?
Yep.
Okay. So one second. Let me share my screen. Okay. Oh, Angular 7. So if you observe, like directives are nothing but instructions to the DOM or change the DOM itself. Like in Angular, so whenever you created a component like server component or servers component, you have a selector tag which you specify in the App.component.html where to place it. By mentioning that, actually you are instructing the DOM that, okay, replace this component or place this component in this location. So you are basically telling the DOM or instructing the DOM. So that being the case, directives are instructions to the DOM and it adds or removes the DOM elements. Remember, it is not hiding. It is actually adding or removing the element. So the element doesn't exist until it is added like that. Okay. So there are something, the one what we have been doing is like using component directives, like creating a new component and so on. Similarly, you can even do structural directives like using ngif or ngFor, means change the structure by manipulating, like example, if certain conditions are met, do something or show something. Okay, so like a ngif. Okay, so let's do one example around ngif. Okay, so let me see, is there ngif here? Okay, so can you observe here? There is a paragraph here called ngif. So if the server, so create a new flag called like server created, and if the server has been really created, then display this content. Otherwise, this content will not get displayed. Observe the change uh, in the debug console or developers tools to see whether this element got added only when the flag is true. Otherwise, this flag should not be, or this element should not be there in the DOM.
Okay.
Are you with me on that?
Yep.
Okay. So just try it out. This should work. If not, I will share the solution or final piece of code also.
Okay.
So I'll send this link. So I'll stop sharing. You can continue.
Okay. Okay. I'm assuming that I don't need the ng4 anymore. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was in the mute. So what I was mentioning is this, like it keep trying to save it on your backend so that maybe in the future you might refer it back. Who knows?
Oh, okay. Good point.
Trust me, sometimes I refer to my old examples long ago. I would have created.
Yeah, that's true.
The only thing I didn't like in Angular was like it create that node modules. No, it will be so heavy.
Yeah, it's
I
massive.
wish that there should be some magic to wipe away that.
Because like at my work, every time I make a basic change, it takes like 40 seconds for it to rebuild.
No,
Like, why is that? What just happened?
not only that, when you compress and create a solution, that the ng modules will take a huge space. I
Yeah,
don't know what it pulls out, but the code size would be 100 kilobytes, but the remaining thing would be like 40 MB.
Lord.
So very huge. Mhm.
What? Um, um, oh, okay. I think I did it.
So that's working.
So I don't know what the goal was, but I
So
added the end if
hold on
if
one
the
second. The server created, if the server created is true, then the server name will get printed. Otherwise, it will not print. So that's the intention behind that. So can you show me the running application? Let me see. I mean, show me the, yeah. So can you click on that? Server was created. Okay, but okay, do one thing. Can you go to the this one to the HTML page?
Yep.
Not able to see it yet. Okay. So just add another before the server name. This is inside the if block,
Mhm.
so that we know that this is coming from the if block inside if ngif.
What do I do?
Just next to the okay, add another paragraph tag.
Just anything?
Yeah, just try like I'm inside ngif block here. And see whether that is really showing you from the ngif block. So
Is that right?
hold on. So yeah, so that's looking okay, right? So do one thing. Can you just put ampersand in front of server created in your HTML? Can you go back to the HTML page? So put ampersand in front of the server created means it is. I'm going to take the false of that.
Is it this?
Just put a apostrophe in front of the server created. Uh, okay, you do. Can you go in front of server created? Can you go in front of server created? Ampersand. Just next line, next word, next character. Go inside one character.
Is this okay? Is this the ampersand?
Not that. Sorry, I meant. Hold on one second. This character. What do you call for that? Refer to the chat.
Oh, uh,
That is exclamation, right?
yeah, exclamation.
Yeah. Basically, it's a not. So,
Oh, it's a Boolean value. Okay, so this refresh.
yeah.
Okay.
So since server name is blank now because server created will. So let's see what it's going to print. Okay. So can you refresh your UI page? Refresh the page.
Yeah,
Hit enter.
it's just printing it right
Uh,
away.
okay, test server one correct. Now click on add server. Hit enter. Okay, that means it is hiding it totally. Okay, that sounds good. That means the server created is working correct. Yeah. Because that if block came only when the it is in the initial stage because you have used the not operator, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the reason behind that. Okay, sounds good. So you can just remove that not operator. That's fine. Okay. So there is one more like ng for you have used it already. So I'll just share that also. So let's server of servers. So, okay, but did you add like a list of servers? Like say for example, one second. So if you observe that we have a function called onCreateServer, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
server dot push this dot server name and
Mm-hmm.
creation server was created name is the server. Okay. So just that creation status basically.
Yeah.
I think you're using that creation status, right? So
Yeah. I did this already.
okay, sounds good. Yeah, so that's fine. So now we will. So this is done, right? Okay, so now we will. I'll share my screen for 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Second. So the next thing is something like there are two style attributes like ng style and ng class. Okay. So
Mhm.
basically, this is like going to provide you like these are built-in directives, which earlier we have been manipulating the DOM itself by adding or removing or hiding. Sorry, not hiding, adding or removing the elements in the DOM based on certain conditions. Okay. Now there are certain attributes available where you could, it is not changing the DOM, but it is changing the attributes like style. Okay. So example, you have an ng style attribute, which you can specify by saying set the background color to green and so on. Okay. So this is one way to set the style attribute. Okay. Now this style attribute, it would be more interesting only if the values can be changed in the dynamic form, because you will see it in action more like once the property changes, automatically the color changes. Okay. So ng style is more like the directive is called ng style, but if you observe that by using the square brackets, you are actually doing the binding. Remember, we were doing that binding for the disabled property. Are you with me there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was muted. That's my bad.
So those kind of things. So if you observe that using that ng style attribute, you could change the background color for a server status online. Like if the server status is online, then show the green color status. Like say for example, you have that on server status, right? Something like that. You have it. In your example, you have server.status, something like that is there, right? If it is online, then change the color to green, otherwise change the color to red. Okay, so I'll send this piece or this link itself. So this is one like ng style attribute. Similarly, we are going to do explore it on the ng class attribute. Okay, so I'll just share this snippet of code. So okay, so it went to the style attribute. Okay, sounds good. I actually tried to copy the HTML, but it copied something else. Okay. So I will share the snippet of code. You try it out first. If it works, fine. Otherwise, I will give you the ng style for server status, online or offline kind of thing.
Okay.
So this is for ng style, which is another attribute manipulation using directives. Basically, the directive you have style attributes. This is called like structural directive.
It's called structural?
No, the other one. Sorry. The structural, there are three, right? Component directives, structural directives. What was the third one? We had that, right? So attribute directives, because style is an attribute, right? That's why it is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah. I think in this particular example also they might be using it. So let me see that. You can refer to this example also.
Okay.
I'm sending the link for you. Basically, if you observe here, he's setting the status like online or offline. Okay, I thought we introduced this, but okay, maybe we have not introduced this. So server status is online or offline. If it is online, then okay, what he's trying to do is he's saying that okay, for a math.random will create a value, random value between 1 to 0 to 1. Okay. So if it is greater than 0.5, then it will status as online, otherwise it will be online. Offline, it will be like 50% chances that it might be online or offline. If you refresh it, it will change again. So chances are sometimes it can be online or offline like that. Okay. Now you have a server ID and server status. Okay. And now using the style attribute, you are specifying, okay, he's calling a function called get color. And based on the color function, in that color function, you would have written like, okay, if the server status is online, then show it as green, otherwise show it as red. Okay, so this is example. Okay, same thing what we are trying to do.
For now, I should just do it for one.
Correct.
Okay. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, you already have it. Refer to this example. It's exactly the same thing what we are trying to achieve.
Okay. Okay. Yikes. Oh, I forgot. You can't do it like that. What? Oh, ST. Oh my god. Typos. What's it say? Oh, NG style.
Okay, go ahead. So let me see your code one time. So you have created a server created. Okay, this is fine.
Oh, I'm just checking now.
Okay, I think you're changing the wrong file. Component _1 is not used. It was just for backup I created. So
Yeah. It
okay, so
should.
do one thing. Instead of ngif, you remove that ngif. You don't really need ngif right now because that was just to show you that ngif works. So instead, just use the